This week, carnage ensues in Race A. We decide to go for the dive of the century in Race B. And we miss key bit in it in Race C. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Gran Turismo weekly race guide here in 2022. It's week 24 and a bit of an interesting week this week. We've got a little bit more strategy, some unique races. As you can see in the background, very unique. We're rallying! Yes, we are rallying. We're at Sardegna Windmills and we are in the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Final Edition. It's the 2015 car, of course. It's the road car. Let's have a look at those race details then. Racing 4 laps here at Sardegna. It's a grid start and we are on dirt tyres. Now, there are timestamps in the background if you want to check them out. I do a quick lap guide with this Race A as well. And, of course, with it being Race A, there's no DR or SR updates here, so please do jump in, have fun with the rallying, because, of course, when there's rallying, there's crashes. And where there's crashes, there is carnage. Let's go! Here we are then at the start. A lot of white Evos. Not sure what that's. In fact, I'm the only red Evo. What are you doing? Get the Tommy Mackinnon editions out there, folks. Right, we get ready here, but I accidentally put into... Well, I don't accidentally. I try second gear start here. And, yeah, it bogs down. Don't be in second gear. Be in first gear. It will just grip. It grips for days. This car, yeah, just flies off the line, apparently. As you can see ahead. So, shout out to Horn Dog, by the way. He said hello in the old chatteroo. As we jump into this left-hand corner then, and let's see what carnage happens here. We've already got some side-by-side action. We get some jumps in. We were looking, but not going to quite work there. Timbo goes down the inside of Mushy as we then head in towards this left-hander. I sort of see it coming, so I get on the inside of Mushy here. Looking to take full advantage here. We jump to that radar, and we're through into P11 then. So that's one place. Just a few more to go as we head then up to this corner here. Now, of course, this layout, we're used to farming it from way back in the day already in GT, but Mushy decides to absolutely T-bone me here and send me spinning. Fortunately, I catch it, but yeah, we're going to lose out massively here. So we fast forward a bit further on where Rex T did overtake me on the run, but it was a bit of a boring straight line, so we're going to get into the thick of the action here. So then jump into the left-hander here at the hairpin. No, there's a H there. Hairpin, Tidge, hairpin. Right, we'll leave that corner then. And we're looking on the outside of the silver Evo here. It's nice that we've got some different colours, but I don't know why everyone's in white. If anyone can answer me that, I'd love to know. Now, I slightly tapped Rexty there. Is that my fault? I wasn't too sure, really, because it was rallying and jumping. But even so, we're going to head into it. Whoa, what are you braking there for, Gwyndy? You don't brake there, mate. Oh, my word. I'll explain that on the lap guide, but you definitely don't brake for that corner. That scared the life out of me. Is into the right we go. We're still side by side here with that Evo. A little bit of contact there, but you do expect that with a rally race as we don't get it quite turned. We're going to tap the wall there and continue on round as we... Who's on the... Oh, Rexy's still on. Rexy was racing brilliantly clean, by the way. A shout out to you. As we then head in towards this left. That's the Timbo going way oversteering. Oh, in fact, it's the complex section here as we're stuck behind him now. So I was taking wide lines in just to try and get the inside. Oh, Timbo's just wiped out. Who's that? Mushy. Mushy went to the realm there as Timbo just slid straight into, not the DMs, but into the car itself. As we head over these jumps then, and we're going to do another jump, and boom, we landed. Nice and easy. Right, lap 3, here we go. Can we make some more positions? We chuck it into the right, we chuck it into the left. You don't really... Oh, we're going to have to break that. What happened? What? Weird ghosting. Hey, we take that. 2 positions, P7, happy days, as we go into this right, and we're going to accelerate away then. Oh, who's that? Someone met barrier then, my word. Goodbye. They came back there. And in towards this left we go. Whoa! That was nearly another pit maneuver then. But, hey, we survived. So, up into the cursed position. I think it's time for a lap guide for you folks. See, we're actually on for the fastest lap. Hey, this isn't too bad. Over the jump and over another jump. Maybe don't take the jump but quite that on the inside. Yeah, you do lose a lot of time by flying. So, in towards this right, you're going to go. You want to chuck it left before the crest of the hill there and just... keep your foot down. It will grip, as you see here. We catch so much speed. We actually catch up to the Spaniard as we then jump into this right-hander. Now, you do want to brake a little bit, but dropping it to 4th gear should be enough. And again, into here, you brake just to get it rotated, and then 4th gear for this corner. You don't drop to 3rd. 4th gear to go through here. Slight tap from the Spaniard, but they're trying to keep it clean there, so fair dues. as we leave that corner 2.5 temps up again. Right, we're going to head towards the sharp right-hander. Stay tight here to the right. Now, before the crest of the hill here, you want to drop a gear. You want to brake and drop a gear. Obviously, the more time in the air, the less time you can brake. So, brake before the crest. You can brake more after the crest. You survive the corner. So, here we go. Third gear. You want to keep it tight here. Accelerate through very quickly. Let the car grip up here in third gear. And carry on through. So we're going to hit the jumps here. So we've gone up to fourth gear. Now on the second jump is when I normally change to fifth here. There we go. But you might want to change on the first one. I'm not too sure. But changing on the jump seems nice. Now that jump there, nice and easy. Fifth gear as we head up towards this complex section. And now on the right side, you have the GoPro signs. I'm braking just before the GoPro sign here. But that's my marker. You're braking a straight line. I know it's very nice to slide into those DMs. I mean... corner. But even so, you want to brake a straight line there. The third gear, notice that we nailed it beautifully. Maintain that speed then. Over 50 miles an hour is what you want to do here throughout this complex of corners. We're now on the outside of the Norwegian Viking here, but not going to quite work out. They did leave me space. That was no harm there at all. As we go over the jump, then we've lost a bit of time with that. So, can we get a run out of this next jump then? So, we stay to the left this time. You'll notice not quite as much air, but we're not going to gain any more positions. And that is race A. Do have some fun here. No DRSR updates. So you can have a bit of a laugh. Try not to wipe people out. Try and actually have a good race because you can have some good fun. That's it for race A. Let's head to race B. Welcome then to Trail Mountain. But we're not going forward this time. We're going in reverse. Yes, that's right. It's Group 4 in reverse. Trail Mountain. This should be in... well, actually not actually in reverse. The track is in reverse. You're not going to put it in reverse and go backwards. That would be an interest. Maybe do that as a daily. I'm not too sure. Go on, Gran Turismo. Do something wacky. Right, anyway, let's have a look at these all-important race details. We're racing 4 laps here at Trail Mountain in reverse. It's a rolling start, but you should be fine. I'm racing hard tyres. Usual stuff everywhere else. Now, the GTR was topping the boards by a country mile. In fact, all the all-wheel drive cars normally do. So, yeah, pick an all-wheel drive car. Maybe you can try the Subaru. It didn't seem to be too bad. And the Alpha was up there as well. Let's jump to the race then. Let's have a look at exactly what happens because remember, turn 1 is so tight. Here we are then at the start. You see a lot of GTRs, the WRXs, the Alfa Romeos. A shout out to Stinger. Congrats on your result here in this race. You will see that soon. But yeah, I'll explain that a little bit later on. Anyway, off we go here. You can see we all start on the straight. So these rolling starts are actually working out quite well at the moment. So happy days. This is... 1 out of 1 so far. We're going to head in straight to a lap guide. Now, this is a bit of a difficult one because there are some markers you can use in time trial that you can't use in a race and vice versa. So, this perfect example is turn 1. Use the billboards in the race. In time trial, the grandstand has a light grayish stairwell. Use that. It's at the same point. It's a perfect brake mark. Obviously, we're rolling start here, not carrying quite as much speed. But you're going to left. Keep it tight to left. You want a good run out of this right-hander, and then you can really have a good run at potentially this Ferrari, which I didn't announce during the intro. So we got who's that? Gay Mato? Well, I'm not too sure. We're on the inside. 3 wide, heading towards this corner. And on the right side, the start of the trees there, where that rock is actually, is your brake mark. Now I'm braking a little bit earlier here because 3 wide, obviously. But yeah, use that as an initial marker and you should be good to go. You want to keep it tight here and then literally as it dips there, you accelerate out of the corner. So we're going to head up the hill then, get towards the right-hand side. And when the edge of that rock leaves the edge of your screen, that's when you're going to brake. Now, this corner, you want to take a wider line in. So I'm going to take a tight line here, but a wider line in will give you a better run out the corner. And because it's flat for quite a while, it's quite a significant corner here as Marino gets it all sorts wrong against that Ferrari. And we gain a place. Actually having a run on the Ferrari as well as we look towards the right-hander. Now, the barrier, as it goes from dark banners to white banners, that is your brake marker for this corner. So you want to brake just after that leaves the screen there, the start of them. And you want to keep it tight here. Now, there's a big rock on the inside. There it is. Use that as your accelerating marker. And through we go. As that gets to the edge of your screen, you will be able to fly through the corner and make the corner happy as Larry. I don't know who Larry is, but hey, he's always happy apparently. So hopefully you are too. Right, we're in the tunnel. Remember, look backwards in the tunnel to make the vision become clearer. It's a little trick you can do. It's a little hack. So as you come in, look back, look forward. I don't do it this time, apparently. But hey, there we go. You can do that. So towards this right-hander, you see these row of lights here. You're after just braking about halfway into them. I brake a little bit early here. Oh, about halfway into them here, and then turn in early. It gives you a nice line through this corner. It allows you to carry a bit more speed there as we continue on. You may get rear-ended though if you do that. Stay in third gear here and then tap the brake as you hit the limiter. That's a better way to do it, not what I just showed you there, which is why I'm not giving you a marker. But as we head towards this left-hander, the rock on the right-hand side with the photographer on. Cheeky devil getting a photo there, eh? That is your brake marker here. You want to be in second gear for this corner. I kept trying to do it in third for some reason. I'm not sure why. There we go. I realized on lap 1, but I'll do it again later. Now, we're going to head towards the tunnel. Just before the tunnel entrance, you're going to want to start to brake, as you can see here. You won't be able to see the apex initially, but remember, the quick look behind, look forward will help you out massively as you go into here. As we go in, we're turning, and we're going to accelerate through the corner. There we go. So the rest of this is flat in the GTR. And if you're behind somebody, you may suffer a little bit of dirty air when it becomes a bit less flat. I just let off here, but there was still plenty of room there. Let off again because I was a bit unsure, and flat through there. Happy days. Jobs are good, and as we make that beautifully. And that is a lap guide of Trail Mountain in reverse. Right, turn 1. We've got a run on Phil here. Not sure what happened to them, but we're going to actually go for this line here and go for a bit of a cheeky round the outside in towards turn 1. A bit unconventional, but hey, we like unconventional. We nail the braking perfectly using that marker I mentioned before. You know, I don't just tell you these secrets. I do apply them as well. So we're going to catch up to the Lamborghini. The very next lap here, go through here. You can see how the dirty air impacts us a bit more. A bit slower on the old apex there. But we now have a run on Tron here. Who remembers KSI's Tron Lamborghini? We've got another one there on our right-hand side. Now we're going to head towards the turn 1 again. And remember, it's the billboards. Bang there. Braking at the billboards. And look at that. We just stopped beautifully. It's the perfect marker. I don't lie to you, folks. I really don't. Now, we've got 2 Alfa Romeos up ahead. Now, we do want to get into a race with these two. So, let's advance again to the same point we did before. Going to come through here. Clip that inside. Oh, that dirty air having an impact. We clip the barrier. There's Dav. Dav's had a few driver of the weeks, hasn't he? So, we go towards the right-hand side. The unconventional line as we start the final lap then as we overtake one of the Alphas. And we've got another Alpha up ahead. Now, they brake really early, and we're easily alongside at that point, but they still hit us. In fact, I broke early as well, because I would have easily made the apex. So, little tap there, but not too bad. They might not have had the mirror on, so which is why they hit me. Not too sure. Can we have mirrors on every camera, please, PD, if you're watching? Please, put it on every camera. It does your head in. It really does. Because it's not necessarily James's fault if a car goes for a dive, and you can have clean dives here. And, yeah, it's not his fault that I'm there, and I do make the apex, so... Hey, there we go. So, through the left we go then. Oh, a little bit of oversteer for James. But we know that car suffers with the downforce later on. So, let's have a look at this. Well, you don't know that. I do. So, in towards the right-hander we go. And you can see they go a bit wide here. It's going to give us a bit of a dodgy run out the corner. I was hoping to get a better run on them as we leave that corner then. And this is all about the power of the GTR. So, the Alpha goes towards the right-hand side. James going to play the 9,000 IQ strat here. Gives the slipstream to the Alpha. I can't go over anymore. Dav is just there. I've got to leave it a little bit. Now Dav loses out. Oh, actually has a penalty as well. James keeps it there. We're going to go towards the inside then. We just have enough room. In towards the braking zone we go. Are we going to get it started? We are just... Oh, a little bit of frame lag there. That is the dodgy part of Trail Mountain. But James looking like he's going to keep this here as we try around the outside of this corner. Very dangerous move to do. James needs to give me a bit more. Oh, James warned me. What are you doing, you lemon? Oh, my word. In towards the left we go then. So James keeping that position for now. I do give him a bit of a flash. I'm like, oh, come on. That wasn't a bit fair. You need to give him a bit more room than that, my son. Anyway, I thought I could go for a run here. So we go for a nice, lovely cutback maneuver on the tunnel corner. We're going to be side by side with James and in towards the right on the inside. We don't lift that much. We give just enough room here. We overtake James as we head towards the last corner then. And through we go. Because we don't have the dirty air, we get the run clean through into that P8. Now, Stinger, congratulations on your finish there in P2. As I say, you did tag me on Twitter. I didn't manage to catch up to you. However, you did get a cracking result. And congrats on your Platinum Trophy. Race B, you can have fun here. Try it out. Let's jump to Race C. Welcome then to Suzuka, where we are in Group 3 machinery. Now, this is a combo I do usually like, to be fair, more for time trial than racing, but you can have some good races here. And you can know it's a good track. It's a technical track. You can really improve your driving racing at Suzuka. Now, you'll notice I'm in the brand new Group 3 car. Yes, I am. I'm in the Suzuki. Not Suzuki. It's a Subaru. What am I on about? I got all excited. Subaru BRZ, the GT300 car. Very good car for the combo. Let me explain why. We're racing 10 laps here at Suzuka. It's a rolling start, but you should be fine with the rolling start for the most part. We are on racing medium tires, or wets if you want to go down that route. ×6 fuel and ×5 tire wear, which is significant. Now, the fuel is the critical part of this. The Subaru can survive until the end, as can a couple of other cars like the Mazda. But the Subaru is so nice to drive. So let me take you to the race then. Let's have a look how you save fuel in the race, how you race this car, and how you go from the back to near the front, and also how you pleb it. Let's go to that race right now. Here we are then at the start. We've got a BMW in here. Not sure what they're doing. Mainly the BRZs are in here. We've seen Key. Key's in here. Shout out to Key. Key does this a full-time job. So if you want to check him out, please do. We'll have a look at Key a little bit later on in this race. We've also got Bree up ahead. I think that's Bree. Sorry, mate. I always get that wrong. Also streams on Twitch, I believe. Oh, anyway. Forget about everybody else. Let's get on with the race. We're going to go straight to a lap guide here. So you notice I went to fuel map 2 as well. This is to save fuel. Turn 1, just before that tarmac. I've pointed this one out before. That's when you're going to start braking. You're going to trail brake into the corner. This BRZ, oh my word, it grips and turns beautifully. It is such a nice car to drive. My word, you Subaru drivers, you've got it lucky. Now, third gear through the corner. You can accelerate out. Look at that, no problems at all on this medium tire. Now, in towards the S's, you sort of want to lift and then drive and then lift and then drive. You're bouncing the car throughout this entire complex of corners. Now, we are in dirty air here as well, which is why we're having to let off a little bit longer here. You see, I dabbed the brake a little bit, which you can do in this corner. But you don't want to brake as much as possible because there's quite high tyre wear here in terms of ×5 tyre wear. So just be careful with that. We come through that corner. We see Key in the distance. We've got quite a lot of cars in the distance, actually. And this is what to expect here in terms of the racing. Now, Tidgney 1, that flag marker on the left-hand side, that's your brake marker here. You want to do this corner in 4th gear. Don't jump the curb, but do clip it if you can, like so. And then as you head towards Tidgney 2, there's a tent on the left-hand side. As that leaves your screen, use that as your marker. It's a lovely little marker that you can use from now on. We didn't have that in GT Sport, but hey, it's here in GT7. You see, we've caught up to the back of these, and we continue on through then and head towards the hairpin, which we are going to use our usual marker here. So we come through here, and you're looking for the end of the curb. In fact, it's just after the end of the curb in the BRZ. So just after the end of the curb here, you're going to hit the brakes. You're going to drop to 2nd gear and literally let the car roll through the corner a little bit here. And you can see we're going to start to accelerate. Through we go. We've got a lot of side-by-side action here. The Mazda just gets on the inside of Key there. The side-by-side. There's somebody else in all of that. I can't see who that. Oh, it's Lazarus as well. Lazarus streams. That's out to you as we then head up towards the spoon corner then. And on the right side, we're looking for that piece of tarmac there. That's your brake marker for this corner. Brake quite a bit earlier if you want to make sure you make it. If you brake too late here, the problem with it is you go off and you head to the realms because it's so slippy out there. But through the left we go. You head out towards the curb there and come back in for the second part. Through we go. Happy days. I didn't actually point out the brake marker for the second part there, but it's the end of the curb on the right-hand side. So, a couple of people got through on the We The People, and we got a... Wow, that Beetle's got nitrous! What the hell? Look at that! We've got flying by there. Kirtan Senna. Actually looking for the move on the other Beetle. Oh, no! We The People clips the grass. We'll take that. That's the position. So, we lose 1 and gain 1. Happy days. That's net neutral. But the Casio triangle here, it's the yellow mark on the right-hand side there, just as the old or new pit lane or the weird pit lane starts. That's your brake marker. 130R, by the way, you don't have to brake. You can fly through it. Maybe a slight lift if you want to be a bit cautious, but you can do it flat. Went through here. I started using 3rd gear in the race, but it's 2nd gear if you're doing time trial, and we continue on. In terms of time trial, by the way, you actually want to use a different car. This is the race car, and obviously this is the weekly race guide, which is why I'm doing the guide. Now, we've got an FT1 ahead of us in Chet Manley. Manly indeed, huh? But they're going to just be ahead of us here, heading in towards turn 1, which is going to be critical for our race here. We're going to be so far behind here, stuck behind the... Oh, who's off? Got a yellow flag up ahead. Who on earth is... Oh, there we are. We can see them in the distance as we... Oh, look on the left. Oh, it's an Italian. They've gone toxic. Probably too toxic, mate. I'm not sure what happened, but hey, there we go. We live and we learn. You've got another race to come, I imagine. So we're going to carry on through the S's here. We're just stuck behind this massive wing of the FT1. It is absolutely massive here as we then clip the left-hander here and accelerate through. Now, we're going to have a run and a half on the FT1. Let's see what we can do. You know, the Subaru isn't actually an official partner, but my word, do they have pace and a half. So we go down the inside at Tidgney 1 and we make it here as we then head into Tidgney 2. Now, you can see the flashing in the background. It just means Chet is on a controller. That's all that means. So shout out to you, Chet, there for the clean racing. Beautiful move there to just back out of it. Here we go. We got Mastro. They've been out somewhere. I didn't see quite what car. I think that was a Z4. It is a Z4. My word. And we got Pirat then in the GT300. It's like you're saying Pratt, but it's not Pratt. It's Pirat. Anyway, in towards the right we go. And the braking zone. And they were really accelerating on there. So really wanted to keep that P9 position for now. as we accelerate through the corner. You can see that trainer cars in the distance. That's got all Keys, Zavisic's, Calsters, and everybody else in between. Bray is in there as well. Not the cheese. As we continue on in towards Spoon then. Do you need a spoon for cheese? I'm not too sure. Anyway, in towards the left we go. And this is how you do it. Just at the end of the curb there is when you brake, turn in, click that curb, accelerate through third gear. Happy days. That is what you want. So we've got a good run on Parat here. Really good run. Now, in terms of short shifting his car, by the way, I ended up short shifting at a quarter by the end of the race in order to make it. You'll notice I'm on 70% fuel. 10% a lap you're trying to use, so we're a bit over at this moment in time as we try and go side by side with Parat. Trying to keep it around the outside of 130R. Not wise. It's one out of let off because that's what happens. You head to the realms. Right, we're coming up to Senna again. This is the British version, not the Brazilian. As we go through here in towards Tidgney too. Oh, they go too deep. Too deep. We'll take that. Thank you very much. That's another position for us up into P8. Now, the leader did pit in all of this. The leader was just flying, just not doing the fuel saving as we go down the inside of Felix here. Go for the dive here as we leave that car. Oh, too much oversteer. And Felix is probably laughing, going, ha ha, Tidge, unlucky son, learn to play, noob. But yes, unfortunately, we stay in the cursed position. So Alexandrus was the leader. He was flying just in that BMW there, doing the no stop and just flying. It's not faster. You want to, sorry, doing the one stop. The no stop is faster. I will get my words out eventually. So do the no stop. You will survive. You can mainly do it in second gear. Now, I didn't have slipstream for quite a lot of this race, so I did have to go to fuel map 3. Fuel map 2 and just short shifting, you can survive the race. It's not necessarily the quickest way to do it, but it is a way to do the race, okay? And if you want to just learn fuel saving, put it in fuel map 2, short shift at a quarter of that bar, and you should be able to make it to the end of the race. If you can't, just whack it to fuel map 3 for a lap or two, as I've done here, and you should be fine. That's all you got to do. Shift at a quarter of that bar. That's all you have to do. As we leave this going. Oh, who's that? Oh, Denormous has gone. Wait, hang on. We missed the Key incident. Key did have an incident somewhere. And yeah, that was at Tidgney too. I think it was when I was alongside Parat, actually, and just veered off towards the right. But hey, we're up into P4 now. And we can see Calcer, Zavisich, and Bree up ahead. Now, because I lost out earlier on to the FT1, that is why, yeah, I lost out really. Oh, we came in here. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah, that's what happens if you go too aggressive into turn 1. Don't do it. Now, I come back on the circuit, safe and sound. I did look at the track map. And, oh, we've got Key behind us. We're going to have a bit of a race with Key then. I had dirt on my tyres for a little while, and I was saving some fuel. So in towards the hairpin we go. Oh, no, we got too deep. What are we doing? What a pleb. We'll leave that corner then. We're side by side with Key. It's Subaru versus Subaru. As we go in towards this right, we're still side by side. Key going around the outside here. Is he going to make it? I'm trying to save fuel at the same time. Oh, it's so scary. As we head towards Spoon, I'm thinking, right, let's go for the cutback here or something. But no, we can't do it. Key does that beautifully as we go into the second left-hander here at Spoon. And through we go. And yeah, unfortunately, Key gets that position. We're going to finish in the curse position. We pinned it and got the curse. And Calster won the race. 8-child won. Just Calster's nickname, if you didn't know. Calster is 8-child, 9-child now, 10-child. I'm not sure how old Calster is now. Maybe he's 12. I'm not too sure. That is it for this, a weekly race guide. I do hope you've enjoyed it. A bit of fun this week. You can have some good racing here, as you've seen, but I don't really like fuel savers. But there is strategy there. You know, do you save fuel early? Do you save fuel later on? You save it throughout. That is your choice. As you see, we beat the leader all the same. So the no-stop strategy is the way to go. That is it. As I say, I hope you have enjoyed it. 2 videos there if you want to check them out. My logo's there if you want to subscribe. But that is going to be it for me, folks. Do give it a like on the way out. It does help me out and it costs you nothing. Au revoir, farewell, goodbye, and good luck.